My stomach isn't happy. I don't understand why.
Nigga, all that ham.
Stupid.
Oh, my stomach.
My stomach isn't happy.
Oh, it's about to come out.
Yo.
My intestines are tired.
Ew.
Nasty.
My ass.
That wasn't just ham, by the way. That wasn't just ham, by the way.
I can't just... my ass.
Oh, forget my ass.
What's going on, guys? This is episode 14 of the Mark Podcast. I'm your host, Wesley.
Don't say it like
Oh, wait, you're
Why
the
you
host,
sound
right?
out of breath? Forget Wesley.
I'm not the
Co-host.
Sure.
Co-hosts. I'm the main host, though.
You're the main whore.
It me.
Don't worry about it.
Hag.
Don't listen.
That's all I gotta say.
Don't listen to what he says. He's not the main host. I'm the real main host.
The fewer words, the better. Unlike this guy over here.
Hey, fuck.
Hello. Nah, we already know it's your boy Trey, aka Young Slick Rick, because I moved too quick. You already know what I'm saying. This now will kick back like you hit me first. Young.
You couldn't even finish the intro.
You already know.
This is going way
You already know the first thing I draw on is the head. Like you picked the wrong hangman letter. Now let's get into it.
Yo, that last part, though. And we got a special guest today for the first time.
Yeah, it also me, KC,
Nobody knows
your
who you
boy,
are.
Kenyatta, Chandler, middle name, Amari.
All right, that's too much
It's
information.
me, social 567. Yo.
Yo. Spit it all. Yeah, I mean, you've been in the background of some of our episodes. Sitting over there.
Yeah, if y'all paying
We don't
attention.
acknowledge him, though, really.
Yeah, you had to find them.
If you have 30/20 vision, maybe you would know, but you don't, so you're an idiot.
And, of course, with no webcam today,
I am Nico. Hello.
Forgot.
he's behind.
And today, who joins us is Sibata Chandler.
Oh, man.
It's Ciabatta Chandler.
Why is that your?
Ciabatta.
Why is that your face?
Ew, man.
I
your
don't know.
face is oily.
I don't know. It happened. I don't even know what picture that's from.
It's like butter.
Mad shiny.
Make it better.
It's from a video.
Butter on the bread. That's
what
why.
video is that from, nigga?
It's from basketball
Oh,
sometimes.
that's why I'm fucking sweating. I'm sick.
You're sweating butter.
Sweating oil.
That's
Hey.
nasty.
Can you imagine instead of sweating bullets, you sweat butter?
Nigga, that'd be disgusting.
I mean, you saw the meme where that came from,
Damn
right?
pimples.
And what was it? Darius was last night. He was saying like we should come up with one.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, and I couldn't come up with any other ones, but I came up with Ciabatta Chandler.
Give me sick. You were the one that did this?
Yeah, it's my
sick.
fault.
I just went into
And
the
then Nico
chat.
made it.
I saw all this bread. And I was like, oh, Mr. Wheat. Oh. Ciabatta. Yo. Give me sick. Ciabatta Chandler.
Oh, man.
All right, we are well into this year now. We are in 20 days into January.
This is the 50th podcast of this year.
Figured 50th.
It hasn't even been 50 days.
I'm saying.
What's the problem?
You would have to record at least 2 a day.
I know you suck at math, but goddamn.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Yo.
It's delay season.
Oh,
That's
boy.
definitely a thing that's happening right now. We'll get into that more later, but we already got into that a little bit last week. Housekeeping. The Death Stranding spoiler cast has been filmed. Me, Darius, and Addie. And it'll be up sometime within the next week or so. I have to edit it, so it's going to take some time.
Yeah, the budget is, we had to, switch
It's
around.
more
a
so
few
the
things.
time.
Your budget
yeah.
is like a paperclip and 2 rubber bands. Forget the budget.
No, we've been saying it. Our budget is the willingness to do.
Man, that's why I said potato chip and 2 slices of ham. Ain't got nothing. You sick.
Yeah, so that'll be up soon. I think that's pretty much it. Any ideas? Well, we were talking about at the end of the podcast what we should do for the next spoiler cast. We were thinking maybe The Last of Us 2 would be a good one. That's a pretty big game that's coming out this year.
Facts.
That's not till May though.
Hey, don't spoil it though.
Nigga, what?
Don't spoil the spoil cast.
Cheat.
The spoiler cast.
Well, it's just a suggestion. We don't know yet.
No. They don't get to know.
You can't spoil the spoil.
Okay, well.
Suspense. That's how
There
we
were
game
other
viewers.
games, but they're all getting delayed. So we'll get to that. Like I said. All right, let's just jump right in. We're gonna go window shopping, boys.
All right.
Philip DeFranco.
Bring us in.
Philip
All right.
DeFrancos.
So the first one, actually, you got to pull something up for this one.
Oh shit.
It's the first link. All right, this is for you, Trey.
It's all for you.
So the writer of Rogue One, a Star Wars story, Gary Whitta, has expressed interest in wanting to write an animated Star Fox movie after seeing this image floating around.
Trey about the bus.
And if you don't know what I'm referring to, there's been like a real life looking CGI version of Star Fox, like all the whole cast.
It's called Cats.
Being made. Wesley will put right here, and yeah, that's been floating around the internet. I'm assuming that's a fan art of someone's.
Should you put your mic more to your mouth, please?
Stop.
Not you.
Yeah, so that's been
All right.
floating around, and then Gary Whitta saw it and was like, "Yo, I want to write this."
We got
So, if they did do it, well, number one, I'm skeptical because video game movie.
Yeah,
Number one.
I'm automatically skeptical.
Yeah,
Number
Slippy
two,
is so happy.
Number two, I wanted to.
it's true actually.
Just peep,
This
man.
man's just smiling.
I'm gonna say this every time. I hate Slippy so fucking much. Oh my god. So okay,
We can do a better roll.
for those who haven't played Star Fox 64,
Me.
everyone like during the game, everyone has like a role.
Okay.
Fox, obviously that's you.
Facts.
Peppy, his job is basically like a tutorial. So like, he goes, this is how you do a barrel roll, this is how you break.
Okay.
And then during the boss fight, it's like, okay, he'll occasionally drop hints as to how to beat the boss.
Okay.
Slippy's job, lore-wise, he's like the mechanic. But gameplay-wise, he displays the enemy's health bar.
Okay.
If Peppy dies, then he won't provide any hints for you. If Slippy, dies, put out of commission for like 1 or 2 levels, then you won't see the enemy's health bar. Falco is there for secrets. So like any alternate paths or hidden items, he'll reveal for you.
No, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't actually even know any of this.
so yeah,
neither did I.
if you're a new player, then Peppy's probably the most useful to you because some of these bosses are very hard to beat.
Yeah, I cannot imagine fighting without a bar, nigga. I'd be mad as shit. I'm like, die.
But if you're an experienced player, then pretty much both of them are useless, and the only one that's useful is Falco. Because it doesn't matter how experienced you are, you can't get to those alternate routes or alternate items if Falco's not there. Now, despite Slippy being extremely intelligent, easily the dumbest person.
He looks
Easily.
like a dumbass nigga. Look at this.
I know. Look at him.
Because there is a... By the way, Slippy at this point is...
That just reminded me of something. I'm gonna pull something up.
Yeah, they're all about in their late teens. So you can't... So... Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
know what he looked like. He looked like he's like 36
What's this game?
years old.
Oh, believe me, in Star Fox Command, they gave him some dumbass shit. This nigga's like
that
some...
dumbass smile.
He's like a prince of his planet or some dumb shit. I don't know.
What?
Anyway, so there's a mission where you fly on the sun, and I'm pretty sure I've explained this on the podcast before, but I hate it every time.
Okay.
So you're on the sun, right? And throughout the level, you take damage over time. But you can replenish it because there are health items all over the map. Whatever. About halfway through the level, you just see an R-wing nosedive from the top of the screen into the lava, and I'm like, what the fuck? Not even a second later, Slippy shows up on the little intercom saying, "It's too hot. I can't take it anymore." It's so hot. And I'm like,
Yo.
So what did you think was gonna happen?
This nigga power drive.
"You're supposed to be the smartest one here." Not only that, but I think the last time I played the game, Slippy was like this close to dying, dove in the lava, killed himself.
Well, he deserved that. It's like, yo, that's
Yo,
stupid.
low key, Slippy's suicidal.
I hate him.
Oh no, it's too hot. I can't take it anymore.
Why is this fire burning?
It's like fire burn.
I feel like you could do it with Star Fox. You just gotta do it right.
So that was the thing I was gonna say. So judging from this little like picture, screenshot, whatever, I want them to go dark with it. Like don't be like PG-13 or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. Because you
Has
can't. You
to
could
be.
easily make like a PG movie out of this, but you could easily make it like a really dark movie about. I mean, it might be PG-13 rating, but it should be dark.
It's gonna be PG-13 because like just look at the characters. Like I don't think
Look at Wolf.
Yeah, but like I don't think they would make it like for adults, to be honest.
But prior to Star Fox 64, there was actually like some like dark lore to it. So, like for example, Andros, who is like the main bad guy.
Yeah.
What is it? It's basically him versus the Cornerian government. And think of Corneria as like Earth. So it's Andros versus the Cornerian government.
Mm-hmm.
And in 64, they're just like, bad guy wants to take over the galaxy. Stop him. You're the good guy.
Yeah.
But prior to 64, it was like Andros was a scientist on his planet. Corneria took over his planet, and they were like, hey, work for us or we're going to kill all of you. Andros being like one of the smartest scientists there, he was like, all right.
Okay, Massa.
And Corneria is like, thank you. We're going to kill your family anyway.
The thing is, so there's a few things here. There's a few things here. One, I don't trust Nintendo with something like this. Of all companies, can Nintendo do dark well?
No,
they don't really do dark very well.
Well, remember this was Nintendo's still prior to 64.
I would say like
I know.
Like
would they do it? I don't think so.
I think the darkest you would probably get is something like I don't know, like fucking Danny Phantom type dark. Like you're not gonna get. That dark
like
in something like that.
For example, if you were to get Gary Whitta to write this, I think he would do a good job because he's a pretty good writer.
Yes.
Rogue One was a great movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I don't know. You guys gotta get the right team to do the animation. Get like Creative Assembly to do the whole movie. That'd be crazy.
What have they done?
They did like the Halo 2 anniversary cutscenes and stuff like that.
yeah,
They do those kinds of things. They're really good at like, just give it to Riot Games. Just give it to their animators.
Get Riot
Make it a Star Fox
making a
movie.
Star Fox movie.
They obviously know how to make animations. So.
They put Falco in League of Legends.
Yo.
Don't even joke.
That's
That'd be
Mr.
awesome.
Lombardi.
This nigga Trev would be dehydrated all the nut.
That'd be the only character I'd play.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
last thing I was gonna say was, this is TLDR. Andros fell in love with Fox's mom. They had an affair. She was like, I'm married, can't do this shit. So Andros was like, okay. Tried to kill Fox's dad with a car bomb. His mom was using the car that day, killed her.
Nice.
Getting that cheese clapped. And he's sick.
So that's what you're saying is what it was before 64.
Before 64, and they were like,
They could do something, man.
they were like, we're gonna put this on a console with that children predominantly play.
that's
There's
wild.
two. The other thing is like, yeah, there isn't really any Star Fox games lately. The only one we've gotten is Zero, and that's not really. You can probably count in the hundreds how many kids play that game.
And
People who cared about Star Fox are the ones who play that game.
And it's pretty much a regurgitation of 64.
Yeah, so
Again.
like, there's no current establishment with children with Star Fox, so you have the opportunity to take it darker and go, because they don't have Nintendo doesn't have very many. Do they have any really first party like somewhat dark stuff? I guess
No.
Metroid is the closest thing.
Yeah, that's probably the closest thing.
So-
Metroid.
No,
And-
Metroid is second party.
Shit, you're right.
Really?
Oh.
Wow. All right.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
So
Mario's mustache is pretty dark to me.
it is their IP.
Closest
though.
one to being dark is Fire Emblem.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So they could really go, because that's what they should do with Star Fox. They should make something darker. You're right.
Please.
Even if it's not the movie, they should go make a game. Have Gary Whitta write the game. He can write the game.
They could probably do a game, but I can't see them doing a movie. I just don't see them doing something where characters look like this and make it dark. I don't know. I just can't see it.
There are so many characters, so many fucked up things that happen in Star Fox, and it all gets pushed
To get his mom-
pushed onto
You
the
can
right.
you can definitely make Fox and Wolf and Falco look pretty dope. I don't know. Slippy's gonna be Slippy either way.
Yeah,
and-
comedy relief.
And
didn't know.
Peppy's still gonna be Peppy. So
I mean, as I said, in 64, when you beat Starwolf the first time, and then they come back the second time, they all have, like, battle scars. Like, you shoot out one dude's eyes. Wolf has, like a metal plate on his head
dag
and
man.
shit like that. And then you shoot them down again.
Oops.
No, that's crazy. I didn't know the story ran that deep, especially the part about his mom getting her cheeks clapped in the middle of the car, and then he just blows her up.
Yeah, there's a ton of shit.
She got blown up in more than one way.
So this reminded me. I was just curious. When is Biomutant coming out? Remember that game?
Yeah.
No,
I have it pulled up here. It's like a A-tier game that's being published by THQ Nordic and developed by Experiment 101. And it was supposed to come out last year, but it got delayed to this year. We don't have a date yet though. We just know it's coming out this year. It's like a open world, it's a post-apocalyptic kung fu fable RPG where you play as like cats and stuff like that. Like you pay.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I remember looking. We were talking about it on the stream years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. I wonder when it's going to come out. I know, it's like an A-tier game. It's not like, this developer isn't like a humongous developer or anything. So, but when is it coming? I want to know. It was supposed to come out last year. Oh well, we have plenty of stuff this year, so I guess I shouldn't complain. It'd be cool if it came to next-gen consoles, though. Instead, they just pushed it. But I don't know if that would show off the hardware very well. All right, moving on. That was, I'm glad I put that in the window shopping section because that took a whole 10 minutes.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
Love Star Fox though.
All right, so we got some PlayStation news now.
Well,
according to sources familiar with the goings-ons at PlayStation.
All right.
Horizon Zero Dawn might be coming to PC this year.
Your favorite fucking game.
So
already came to PC.
I better look clean.
Exactly.
Clean.
I'm surprised it didn't come yet. How long has it been?
Yeah, I thought it already did.
It came out almost 3 years ago.
Jeez, man, that's what I'm saying.
So, well, here's the thing. It's a first-party PlayStation game by Guerrilla Games, which is a first-party owned studio from PlayStation. So it makes sense that it hasn't come to PC yet because they haven't been doing that sort of thing. They've been keeping everything on their console. Yeah. The only things we've seen come to PC from PlayStation recently are the Quantic Dream games because those are second-party games. And they kind of let them do that. And then in the past, you've seen things like Helldivers and Journey and a few other things come to PC as well from Sony's side. But and then obviously this summer, Death Stranding's coming out.
Yeah. For PC.
So this is coming from Jason Schreier at Kotaku, which gives it a lot of validity. And there's 3 separate sources that know what's going on. That's where this is coming from. So. Yeah, there's definitely some validity here. It's pretty
inevitable.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not bull.
Yeah, it's not bull crap. It's not some random rumor on Reddit or something like that. So I think this is likely to happen. So the crazy thing about this is this will be the first major first party title to come from PlayStation to another platform in general, really. It would be expected to come to Steam and the Epic Game Store probably because the Quantic Dream games launched on the Epic Game Store, and I think Death Stranding might be. I could be wrong about that, though. And then, the other thing is Death Stranding is coming to PC, which runs on the same engine.
Yep.
So there's some parity there of okay, they're going to make that engine work on PC in the first place. That might make it easier for this to be the first game that Sony experiments with putting on PC.
Yeah. And with Death Stranding, me, looking at it, it's definitely not my type of game. But when I seen Darius and Addy play it, that shit looks ridiculous. The graphics look stupid in there. So if I see it on PC,
on PC it's gonna look great.
That's about to look. That might make me play it for 10 minutes before
4K
I get bored.
4K packages.
Exactly, 4K packages.
You get if you pay $12.99, you get your package delivered in 4K, 8K next year.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where I wish I could just boot it up on PC with my save file just to play for a little bit, and that's all I need to see.
Yeah, like an Xbox play anyway.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
Sony's trash when it comes to cross-platform.
Sony is Sony is Sony.
Yeah.
But box.
But box.
Yeah, so this would be pretty crazy to see what they do. If this were to happen, it would be likely that they would only do this when games are older. The other thought is that this might be happening because Horizon 2 might be coming out at the launch of the PS5, which would kind of get people on PC to play the original Horizon and then maybe be compelled to be maybe I should buy a PS5 so I can play the new one.
They're like, wow, that's so good.
Because the Horizon 2 wouldn't come out for PC again until like 2022, 2023, if they were going to do that again. So that could be that. They could do the same thing with God of War when that one comes out. And they could do the same thing again with other games as well. So maybe Spider-Man or something like that, you know. So we'll see. But this is a big move. Nothing official yet, but it's definitely pretty credible. So we're gonna find out.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Here's the big stuff.
Okay. Oh boy.
Masahiro Sakurai held a special live stream last week and revealed that the 5th character coming to the Fighters Pass of Smash Bros. Ultimate is Byleth from Fire Emblem.
the greatest.
So let me go through all the details and then we can carry the conversation on. So you'll be able to play as the female or male versions of Byleth, as well as use a different number of weapons available in Fire Emblem Three Houses on the character, which I'm assuming are going to be through the costumes. The character is available as part of the Fighter Pass or can be purchased separately for $6. Sakurai also revealed that the previously announced second Fighters Pass will contain 6 fighters this time, not just 5, like the first one. And then also on top of that, we got a few cool things, which is the game is also getting more Mii Fighter costumes, so you can now dress up as Cuphead, a Rabbids rabbit, Assassin's Creed like uniform, and there's 2 Mega Man related costumes in there as well.
Yeah, Base, and I forget who the other one is.
Yeah, well, one of them looked like it was just Mega Man, and then the other one looked different. Yeah, maybe I misinterpreted that.
The other one might have been X, which is like a different.
Oh,
version
Mega
of
Man X. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Byleth, another Fire Emblem character. People weren't enthused. A lot of people were not enthused
Very upset.
by this decision.
Which is the nicest way to say it, probably.
You hate to see it.
Some people absolutely hate to see it.
It's true, actually. It's very true. Oh, is this muted? Oh, that's not muted.
Sorry.
Trey's got some words to say.
Yeah.
Trey's about to bust a fucking
Freaking-
vein in
Oh,
our
Trey's got some words to say.
Yo, freaking work.
Leaving.
I'm
Then freaking leaves.
I don't
Turn
think
off
I'm
those
ready for
speakers.
I'll wait till high because right.
I'm here.
All
I'm
right.
good.
Sorry. I'll preface this by saying that this is the This is the 8th Fire Emblem character, and I was mad about it. You know, I was like, oh, it's Byleth. You know, I don't love it. I don't hate it.
Like, it's not surprising, but like we were hoping for something different.
Yeah, I like Fire Emblem, but I was hoping for something like more. I can't say what I was expecting. Because I wasn't. I said last podcast that if I were to expect anyone, then it would have been Dante, because the whole, you know, look out for this date, and that just happened to be the date that the direct was on, but there was no guarantee that it was going to be Dante. So
by the way, that was something about a mode coming to DMC3 on the Switch or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
the
a
whole
new
thing.
I
mode
was gonna
coming to
ask you about
DMC.
that, yeah.
Yeah, and that's something you wanted to talk on, right? Because people kept bringing up characters thinking that they were going to come and then got mad when said characters weren't there, like Dante.
Yeah. So most people, a lot of people, I don't know if I'd say most, but there were definitely a lot of people saying that they were pissed off, they were disappointed.
Yep.
One person was apparently crying. All of you need to calm.
But you all saw the Darius shared it. Someone made a compilation of like all of the Smash character announcements when people are watching it live at the Nintendo store in New York.
Yes.
On the screen there, they showed like all of them, and then it just comes to Byleth's announcement. Everyone's like, oh. it's all depressing, man.
Like
awesome.
my thing's like I don't play Smash. I played it a little bit, you know, big old back, Big Mac, you know, little Mac,
Big old back.
big old back.
Big old back.
Gee, man.
But you know, like I understand why a lot of people are upset because this is the last fighter of the DLC, and you would expect it to end off with a bang, but it ended up with a poof instead. I don't think people really hate Fire Emblem, but they're just really annoyed of seeing the same shit over and over again. Now I do think it's kind of messed up that niggas are trying to come at the actual game itself, because I mean, it's not, I haven't played it, but from what I hear, it's a decent game. And
Yeah, because they were all like, man, Fire Emblem is so trash. And I'm like, that's weird. You weren't saying Fire Emblem is so trash when the last game came out.
Yeah, these people need to call.
Oh, this year is different.
So yeah, it's like the fact that Fire Emblem has 8 representatives where most other franchises do not. Even despite those other franchises being more popular, I get it. So I can get being salty, but whining and crying about there were some people that were like saying that Sakurai should be fired,
Yeah,
or
that's
that
way
Nintendo are idiots, and I'm just like, y'all are. I don't know.
Y'all still gonna play the fucking game?
Exactly.
Like, y'all
You
stupid.
guys, to me, most of you guys, not like people like Zero and Alpha Rad, where their basic summary is like, I was disappointed, but I'm not upset. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody needs to chill out. Not them. Everybody who's like, saying all this shit, y'all are some weenies.
Like
weenies.
Like what we're trying to say, like everybody that's mad about it being that character and not being something else, we get you. But then the people that are trying to call for Sakurai's neck to be twisted up, that's a little too much.
Exactly. Like, calm down.
People saying burn Nintendo down. My dad doesn't work at Nintendo anymore. I'm not the Nintendo son anymore.
Yeah, and it's like Kenyatta said, you're gonna play the game. Don't act like you're not.
Yeah.
The only people who are saying I'm not going to play this game again are people who actually don't have the game.
Yeah. Adding a character to the game isn't going to change it like that. So it's like you're still going to play the game the same amount you were before the announcement.
Yeah, at the end of
basically.
At the end of the day, you still, like you said, you're like, 70 something characters?
There are 79, almost 80 characters.
Yeah, so one new character that you didn't have the year before is not going to stop you from playing the game.
And y'all are crying over one.
Yeah.
Sakurai.
And we're getting 6 more.
And you guys are getting, we're getting 6 more.
Maybe even more than that.
Yes, because I don't know if they plan on doing any free fighters like they did with the last one with Piranha Plant. So
I wouldn't be surprised if we get like not a Smash Direct, a Nintendo Direct sometime within the next month or so, and then they tease the next character maybe.
Yeah.
Or a free character.
But name another fighting game that has even close to 80 characters.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Okay, that's facts. That's actually true. Even though you didn't use even though no one used
how many?
half the cast.
I mean, granted, like most of the characters had the same moveset, so it can't.
There wasn't a lot of variance.
A lot of Echo Fighters, basically.
Facts, but still.
Over half of them were Echo Fighters.
How many characters were in UMVC 3?
It wasn't that much.
I know
40?
Okay, so about
40 to
half of
50, something like that.
Yeah, I knew there was a lot, but I didn't think it was going to match the 80 or whatever.
I'd say somewhere around 40.
Unless you count League as a fighting game.
It's gonna be soon.
Hey.
That's true.
But
I'm looking forward to that, man.
so with the inclusion of Byleth, no one's taking away any of the characters. Sakurai isn't gonna get rid of, I don't know, Palutena to make room for Byleth.
Not that many people would cry if they did.
Imagine, he's like, she's such a great character. I'm gonna have to get rid of half of the roster. You're welcome.
Can you imagine?
Niggas would fucking.
Yes, this is the last character of the DLC pack, but as we just said, we're getting another one.
That has there's 6 instead of 5.
Yes, Sakurai, the same dude who brought you Byleth, who you don't like, also brought you Joker, also brought you Banjo,
Garbage.
also brought you Hero, also brought you Piranha Plant,
Bull.
also brought you Terry,
He sucks.
also brought you Cloud and Bayonetta and
trash.
Sonic.
Bad.
Can I just say that I'm
Die.
happy it's not Steve from Minecraft?
Yo,
Because that was a heavily rumored thing, and
I'm
I'm
not
very
gonna
happy
lie.
that's not right.
that'd be funny.
I'm not gonna lie. I probably because like I said, I don't play Smash, but I do keep up with some of the characters, and honestly, I would have rather seen that than Byleth because it would have been something.
It would have been something different, but like
How would that even work?
I mean, they would find a way.
maybe if they didn't do Piranha Plant, something like that would make sense. But it's like, no, they did Piranha
Yeah.
Plant. Like, we don't need that again. He's got he's not a sword character anyway.
Piranha Plant's free,
If
so whatever.
anything, they should make him a.
If they gave him a pickaxe
should
or
make-
a sword, he would.
They should make Steve and whatever the girl character's name is now, because they have one of those too. They have
There we
because Steve
go.
is the main character in Minecraft, like main character. But then they made a female skin version.
Minecraft Stacy.
Yo, I was actually about to say something.
No,
like
it's
Stacey.
I think it's just with A or something. But
Yes.
they should. I think you might be right.
Alex.
They think they put it as a. They should put it as a me character costume. That'd be better.
Yeah, I can see
I'd
that.
like that. Like your me character turns all blocky and shit.
Do you think they
Yeah.
should have, instead of making the skin, they should have just made Cuphead a character?
They could have, but like, don't know.
What
he's
else
alright.
does Cuphead? Well,
he's
no,
a-
Cuphead has special moves. So
He's got special moves, but he's mainly just like a shooting character. He just shoots his gun. I don't know. Does he have any melee combat at all?
I
Because
mean,
every,
like I said,
every character in Smash has some sort of melee combat.
I mean, like you can always like
Right?
Sakurai always finds
yeah,
a way.
you can make some shit.
He always finds a way
That's
to
true.
make some shit happen. Like
I'm sure,
there's a
and I'm
lot of
sure
niggas in there.
Studio MDHR wouldn't mind.
Like nobody saw fucking Piranha Plant. He's a fucking plant. Like what is he gonna do? Bite you, nigga? And he's folding niggas left and right. Made no damn sense.
Oh, I wouldn't say folding niggas left and right.
I mean, hey, you gotta be good at the game like me.
That's all right.
But-
Cuphead being a thing is a costume is cool regardless. But
Yeah, I like that. But some people are like, there are more Fire Emblem representatives than every other franchise, including Mario. And I'm like, if you count everyone that has the Mario emblem, then yes.
How many is it altogether, including the ones that don't?
Including the ones that don't have the Mario emblem, somewhere between 12 and 15. And Fire Emblem has like 8.
Yeah, and I mean, I get what people are trying to say with the, I guess, like, Donkey Kong has his own game and stuff like that, but anytime there's like a Mario game, like Party, anything like that, they're all part of the Mario
I mean, I'm not
universe.
surprised Fire Emblem has so many. There's really no other franchise other than Mario that Nintendo is connected to that has characters that you would do that with.
Yeah, and that brings me to the next point of, unlike pretty much every other game in that, in Smash Bros. To memory, with every Fire Emblem game, 9 times out of 10, it's a completely new cast. So it's not like, here's Marth's storyline with 4 games. Here's Ike's storyline with 8 games. Like, no, like, Awakening, you had Chrom and Lucina. With Fates, you had Corrin. With Three Houses,
Corrin?
now you have Byleth.
Corrin.
Oh, about to say, forget a nigga named Corn. Who's your
Forget
mom?
Corn.
Die.
Gee.
Forget Corn.
So yeah. Also, this was partially to promote Three Houses.
Yeah.
Because the same
Most of
day-
stock.
Though it is surprising it didn't come sooner.
Man, can you
Sure.
imagine getting bodied by a nigga named Corn? You could never say nothing to nobody.
I mean, it's likely. I mean, he said he was working on this in secret. Not most people. Most people at Nintendo didn't even know that this character was coming.
Yeah.
And I guess that makes sense because like he's probably been working on this character probably just in the background since they've been working on the Fighter Pass.
Yeah.
And then like it came out. So
And
It's about to come up.
most of the time they release new Fire Emblem characters, it's been to promote a game. Mm-hmm. With the exception of Chrom, but you don't have to pay for Chrom. Like, he's not DLC.
Yeah.
When Corrin came out, that was after Fates. When Lucina was put in the game with Smash 4's release, it was a little bit after Awakening. Mm-hmm. And now with Byleth, Three Houses came out not even, I'd say about half a year ago, I think.
Not to mention, I heard Three Houses was the best-selling Fire Emblem game like ever.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
this
think it is.
this is the most mainstream that Fire Emblem has ever got.
So
yeah.
And a DLC was announced the same day as the Direct. Can't wait for that shit. It's
That's
going to be on
true.
like the 15th, I think.
Yeah.
Where they're adding like a 4th house.
15th of what?
February.
Oh, okay.
I
But
think
say,
about
so do you like play the game over again or?
You
just
do
didn't-
play the game over again, but it's with that house.
Okay.
Like, you start off with that house.
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah.
More content.
But yeah, all I'm saying is, y'all some weenies. If you don't want the character, don't buy them. If you feel obligated to pay for the character, that's your fault, not theirs. just literally just wait till the next one.
Yeah.
In Smash 4, I never bought Ryu or Mewtwo.
And if
So
you,
I just waited, and
if
then
you bought,
Cloud came
and,
out.
and if you bought the Fighters Pass, then you already knew you were gonna get something you didn't care about at some point.
Not only
There's all these because you don't know what you're getting.
it's
so.
not only that, but when the Fighters Pass first came out, the only character we knew that was coming out for it was Joker.
Yeah.
So you had 4 other characters that you didn't know, and you knew that at the time.
No, we didn't even know that because they announced the Fighters Pass at the Direct. They announced Smash, so we knew nothing.
Yeah.
We only knew Piranha Plant, which wasn't a part of the pass.
And
time.
you can buy the characters separately, so if you bought the Fighters Pass, that's your fault, not theirs.
Yeah.
I don't know how Nintendo. The only thing Nintendo promised you were characters.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, we're coming out with 5 characters."
That's the other thing I wanted to bring up because you were saying there was the thing about him saying that everybody in
Yes.
the Fighters Pass was going to be from a different franchise, but that apparently wasn't the
Well,
case. That wasn't what he said.
It said more so from what y'all posted. It was like something that you wouldn't expect, which I think also adds to why people were mad. Because when he said something like that, they think, okay, it can't be like the same thing. And it turns out it is. And I guess you didn't expect that, nigga, so there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
He's not. He's
no
not.
one,
He's
no one
not
expected
wrong.
it. Technically, yeah.
He's not wrong.
So you didn't expect Big Zam again, did you?
Like a big fan.
Oh, me and my coworker were talking about it, and he feels the same way I do. And we were pretty much just like, we hope for like the next 6 DLC characters. It's from franchises that everyone wanted, but from the worst characters from those franchises. So like from Dragon Ball, you get Yamcha.
Nah, you get Cyberman.
Yeah, you get a Cyberman. Or like, I don't know Shantae like that, so I can't really say.
I was thinking that too. Put one of the stupid villains or something in it.
Or from Shovel Knight, you get the bard that sings the songs.
Yo.
Not even,
sick. Not even a knight.
not even a knight or a playable character.
That dude doesn't even have like any moves.
He doesn't do anything. He just plays music.
They can bullshit.
Exactly.
And lastly, and then we can move on to other news. If you're scared that the next DLC pack is going to have Fire Emblem characters, which I highly doubt it will,
Yeah, I don't think it will. At this point, it doesn't make sense for them to add any.
that train of thought is coming from 1 out of 6 characters that they released when the other characters were not Fire Emblem characters. You're scared because of one
Although
character.
it is funny, I've seen some people joking like, "Oh, this is what the new fighter pass is gonna look like," and it's just all 6 Fire Emblem.
Yo, Donkey's video that had me crying.
Yeah.
That was funny. But yeah, long story short, if you're disappointed, I get it. I kind of am too. If you're bitching and moaning, shut your dumb ass up, you weenie ass nigga.
Unsubscribe.
Die.
Hey, I didn't say that.
I said that. What's up?
No,
Yo,
I'm talking about the unsubscribe part.
This nigga Trey hates his
They can die. They can die if you want them
This
to.
nigga Trey hates his fucking subscribers, yo. He's always like, yo, fuck
I
y'all.
know.
Fuck y'all niggas, man.
Yo.
If you ain't watching on YouTube, fuck y'all niggas, man.
All right. Let's move on. I don't know how long that was, but that was a while.
Yeah, blind people? Fuck y'all.
Oh my god.
Braille? Ew.
Actually, nah. If you ain't watching on Spotify,
That's actually an app, I think.
Spotify?
No, it's a third party app.
Yeah, it's a third party app for Spotify.
Hey, watch us on Spotify, bro.
Watch this, nigga.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I gotta turn this down now.
watch us.
You gotta read the captions in Braille.
All right.
Can you imagine if they actually had
I
that
don't know
shit?
if it going across the phone.
I think those are actually the biggest topics we have. So we got through all that. So we're good on time. All right, moving on to something in the complete opposite direction, I suppose. So we got some Stadia stuff.
Boy.
Google has promised that Stadia will have more than 10 timed exclusive games by July 2020. So it's going to have games that are exclusive to it temporarily, at least 10 of them, more than 10 of them, it says, by halfway through this year. So I guess there'll be more of an incentive to try it out.
Yeah, that's nice, but what's good with you fixing the service?
Yo.
This is coming from Wesley Yinpool at Eurogamer.
Yeah,
By the way,
you're welcome.
I initially read that as Wesley Yinho Poodle.
Yo, can you imagine, like, you buy, like, a vase from a company, it comes broken, and you're like, can you put this back together? It's like, well, we'll send you another one, and then we'll figure that out later. It's like...
No, they're like... It's like, can you fix this one? It's like, we're going to send a painter to paint the vase, and we'll figure out why it's broken later.
Nigga.
But here,
I got you
he's
one
going to
even
add
better.
flowers.
Yeah, I said I got you one even better. They got to send you a vase and some flowers. The vase is broken when you get it. The flowers die because there's nowhere to put them.
No.
And then you ask them to fix the vase, and they're like, we'll send you more flowers.
Yo. It's just another
facts.
batch of dead flowers that has a note that says sorry.
No, it's like, thanks for spending $50, asshole.
All right.
On the real though, the service is actually it is improving over time. And I've seen a lot of people who also post on social media like, I can't lie, my experience with Stadia has been perfectly fine. It hasn't been trash in the slightest. Because so it seems like it varies on a number of factors, which makes sense. The service still isn't out for free yet, where you go and you get the Stadia Basic as they call it. So it's kind of like in a beta, like I've mentioned before. It's like a opt-in sort of thing. Yeah. But so they're building it up. We don't know what these titles are yet. Currently, Stadia has one timed exclusive title, which is Guilt, which we've seen already. It's from the Rhyme developer Tequila Works. They're the guys who made that.
Okay.
And also on a related note, Google Stadia is set to get over 120 games added to the service this year. So on top of what they have right now, it sounds like 120 more games.
That's kind of what they need, before they do that. Put that base back together.
Exactly. I don't know when we're supposed to get the Stadia basic stuff, because that was originally supposed to come like early this year. I don't know if that's still the plan. I know they were working on, remember we talked about a while ago, they delayed a bunch of features to early this year, and those are coming soon. Yeah. So we'll see. Again, I hope they just stick with it. They work on it, and then they drop it and do well. I'm not a huge fan of Google. I'm trying to move myself away from using their shit because of all the privacy concerns.
Don't say that in front of Nico.
Fuck you, Google.
Why'd you say that in front of Nico?
Man's gonna start using Bing.
No, Nico's about to choke you.
I actually have.
I mean, he's a Microsoft.
Not on my computer, but like I have it on my phone. I click on the search bar for the Bing instead of.
Yeah, I do too.
And then I have the privacy thing turned on, so it doesn't remember any of my searches.
Nico's about to slice you with his Google Pixel if you say another word.
I do too, but that's because I'm using Edge again. So.
Oh well, there you go.
I haven't used Bing in a minute.
But regardless of what I said, I still hope that they succeed, because honestly, for a few reasons. One, we need some competition out here in the cloud gaming space to start getting this thing going. I don't really want just one to pull far ahead. I would like to have a few options that are doing things really well, which so far is xCloud.
Yeah.
Which will hopefully be Stadia, and then maybe Sony. We'll see. And there's obviously a whole lot of things that's going on in the background. Like remember we talked about Amazon might be doing that one, as well. That might happen. So.
It's a little off topic, but saying Bing just reminded me of I used to like Bing because when I type there was this website back in the day. It's still active. It's called SpicyBigButt.com. It was the best porn site I've ever been on my time.
Oh my god!
It's pretty clean. Yeah. But then when I went to Google, I had to go through so much just to get to it. It was right. It was very whack.
Well, Bing would just give it to you.
In fact, Bing would give it to me and some Microsoft points to spend.
I'm gonna.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, he's gonna post a picture. Put the link right here so they know.
You know what I realized related to this conversation.
Yo, don't that sound like some shit Darius would say about Addie's butt, yo? Freaking spicy big butt.
All right.
All right, go ahead. Let's get that.
Relating to this conversation, when I set up Bing, I was using it on my phone. I turned the filter off, like they have like an explicit filter.
Yeah.
I turned it off because I'm like, I don't care, and I turned it off. But like all of a sudden, I'd be looking up something completely innocuous, and then I would click on images, and it would just be porn. I'm like, all right,
I know, niggas
you guys aren't even trying. So I put it back on moderate. I'm like, I can't do that.
I was scared.
Why you my dick stand up? Ugh.
Speaking of the
forget Verizon bill. Sorry.
I remember I typed in Naruto, and like, it was off, and I remember the picture. I'll never forget this. It was like a picture of Sakura. It was like she was like holding a dick. And
all right.
It was like going through her eye, and the caption was, "Do you see it now, bitch?" I was like, "Wow."
Jeez. All right.
That's enough.
Remember, guys, SpicyBigButt.com. You're gonna enjoy yourself.
Let's not.
Let's just try real hard.
Make sure you use that cocoa butter for that premium rub.
What? All right, we're moving on. We have some more sad news, I guess.
Oh, that's kind of a bad transition.
No, it is, but it's not like sad, very sad news, but it's sad news.
Okay.
Wow.
There you go. You weren't even kidding. Bing just brings it right up.
Oh, I didn't mean to click it.
What did I say?
Bing just brings it right up. Google doesn't let you.
Google.
You already did. It doesn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Stupid.
All right.
Big butt.
That's enough.
Spicy big butt. It's hot.
Only on Bing.
Brought
to you by Bing.
Brought to you by Microsoft. Spicy big butt. Watch.
Go on.
So Square Enix is shutting down its mobile Final Fantasy RPG, Mobius Final Fantasy, later this year. So this is one of a few games they have out. They have Brave Exvius 2, which I know you've played in the past.
I still play.
You said
Yeah.
it's a
Quite a
mobile
bit.
game?
It's called Mobius Final Fantasy.
I've heard of it.
It's like an episodic RPG game that they like release new content for every so often.
Fucking sucks.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, like I've never seen it, never heard of it. If it's good, cool. But there's too
I've
many
only
mobile
heard of
games
it.
out
Yeah,
here.
that's true. I've only heard of it because I've gotten emails from Square Enix about like a new content drop, and I'm like, I think I tried it once, and I was like,
yeah.
I don't play mobile games very often, so.
I tried playing it and I'm like, no.
So this is coming from Chris Carrot, Gama Sutra, and
What?
yeah, that's the name of the website. Or
Cheap.
Gama Sutra, I guess maybe.
It's like a Gama Sutra.
Karma Sutra.
That's how it's spelled.
Oh, what am I looking at your screen? I was just like, yeah.
So the game's
Right.
been out and supported for over 4 years now, actually, and the title celebrated reaching 20 million downloads just last year. So it's actually gotten some people to, people have tried it out, obviously.
And they're closing it down?
The developer said the decision was made after many, quote, difficult discussions,
Okay.
but wouldn't offer a concrete reason for the, it says for the move, but I guess for the move to close it is what it's referring to.
I can take a wild guess.
What?
Probably wasn't.
Because Brave Exvius is also free, way better. So what?
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
I think part of it's because people don't really love playing RPGs on their phone.
That's like saying
Because they're more tedious and time
Yeah, most
consuming.
people
and
don't like playing games on their phone. Period.
games like that are a little easier to get to because that's more of like it's a strategy game, isn't it?
yes.
It's more of a strategy game. Those are more of like you jump in, you do a battle, and that sort of thing. RPGs are more like a story. You got to actually like.
Yeah, this one you have to like pay attention. You have to like swipe in certain directions to do like certain attacks or
It
whatever.
would
the
almost
fuck.
be better if you put
And
it
I'm
on,
like,
if you put it on like Switch or something. I don't know.
Probably.
They would have to significantly upgrade like what you can do in the game.
Yeah, probably. They could have.
Just pull a League of Legends.
The title will shut down at the conclusion of the Warrior of Despair story currently taking place on June 30th, 2020. So they're in the middle of a story DLC essentially, but once it's done, they're going to close it. They're going to close down the game. You will no longer be able to buy the in-game currency for the game on May 31st of this year. And then here's a couple quotes from the developers or from Square Enix themselves. Quote, "We would like to express our deepest gratitude to all our players who have supported us since service began." This is translated, obviously. "It is with heavy heart that we must now bring you this sad news," wrote the company. Quote, "We will continue to implement updates to in-game events, including the conclusion of the Warrior of Despair story, until the end of service. So it is our fondest hope that you will see our adventurers' fates out to the very last." Again, translated.
The very act.
Yeah,
Figure the very
kind of
ass.
fitting
Not
that
like
it's
that.
kind of fitting that it's called Warrior of Despair. I
Yes.
suppose. And the game already closed in Japan in December, so they're done, but they're closing the rest of the world in June.
Yeah, global servers.
So
Well, you know, it did go
if
down.
you like that game at all, play what you want to play. Well, I guess you can probably still play as long as it's not. I don't know how online it is. You can probably still play it after the date, but you won't be able to download it after June 30th, I'm sure.
So if you like the game, fuck that game and play Brave Exvius.
Actually, I don't know.
It's like better in
Is
every
it
way.
Is it online anyway? Like, do you need to play online at all, or is it more of like a local thing?
If it's anything like Brave Exvius, not really.
Because I wonder if that means that they'll just like they're gonna shut down the stuff a lot of the stuff you can do with it, but maybe leave on the store. I don't know. App stores are like that where you can't really take things, or you can't really leave things up there unattended. You have to take them off, because you have to upkeep those. Whereas like with the Xbox One, you could have dropped a game in 2013 when it first came out, and it would run just fine now. Like you don't have to do anything to it. So
Yeah, it's from
mobile is a bit different.
It's just like from what I've played of that game compared to Brave Exvius. Brave Exvius, yes, they're all like pixel characters, even though it's like high res pixel characters,
Still, I love that.
and
aesthetic,
like
though.
not 3D. They have more characters. There's more you can do. The story's better. The story has more to it. There's more side missions. There's more rewarding side missions.
They literally put
Hey,
Ariana Grande
calm
in it.
down.
It's just like it's like if someone handed you Coca-Cola and you're like, "Damn, this is good." Then they're like, "Here's another drink. It's exactly like Coca-Cola except we got rid of the flavor."
They give you clear Dr. Pibb.
Yeah, it's like dollar store cola or something like that.
And it's like, thanks.
So the cola is just called cock. I'm like, ew.
Friggin' cock.
All right,
bottle of
we got a few more things
Where'd the
today
cake
for our Windows shopping session. So the question that comes next.
Why don't y'all buy anything?
What?
That's
So
facts.
when-
Y'all niggas never
Exactly.
buy nothing.
Oh yeah, facts.
We keep showing you our wet man. Y'all some bitches.
It's,
That's
it's
what.
Windows shopping.
I
That's
ain't
what
say
we
all that. I ain't say all that.
Nah, that's what I've been saying. Y'all some weenies. Straight up.
All the subscribers.
Yeah, so the question is BioWare teasing a remaster of the Mass Effect trilogy?
I
hope
thought you were about to say Anthem.
So I'm gonna pull this cheat for getting remastering a game that came out not even a year ago.
I made that joke a couple podcasts ago. I was just like, they could remaster Anthem.
Facts. There you go.
Would you be?
I mean, we have rumors that they're working on like a big update to kind of revitalize that game, like
Yeah.
they did with like they
No
done
Man's
with No Man's
Sky.
Sky and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Re-release the
Big update.
game.
They might do that.
Just re-release it. Don't patch. Just re-release
Well, what they'll
it.
probably do is they'll probably do like a new edition that you can buy that has
Yeah,
all this new
definitive
shit.
edition or something.
Yeah, it's
but,
called Fixed
But if you
Edition.
have the, but if you have the game, you'll have like a free update or something
It's
like
like the
that.
complete edition.
It's like here's the content we've added. The game.
Anthem patched up.
It's just the cover with a band-aid on it.
they actually did that with Recore, though that game wasn't broken. They re-released it like a year or two later with the DLC included, and they and some remaster. But if you had the game already, you just got all that for free. So it was kind of like a weird thing like that. Hopefully they do that with Anthem, because I mean, regardless of what happened to it, that game still in concept is awesome.
Yeah.
Flying around in exoskeleton suits and shooting monsters and shit. Yeah, I mean that still sounds really fun.
I didn't even get to fucking play the beta, man, because like my connection was so fucking poop.
I didn't
Like,
play the Betamax.
I was trying to play with a carry.
I think it looks like Betamax in
I was like,
that game.
why is this shit lagging, man? Oh my god! Like I was trying to fly, I couldn't even get off the ground.
Nigga was like slippy.
Like there was just fire. There was like fire coming out my ass, but I was not leaving the ground. It was stupid.
I fucking hate that. I want to play Star Fox 64 again, man. God fucking damn it.
It's like someone trying to be like Superman, just like, and just standing there,
I know,
not doing nothing.
just walking in a straight line like this.
Exactly. So we have some reason to believe that there might be a Mass Effect trilogy remaster or re-release on the way. Probably not a remake, because that would just be, unless it was the first game only. That'd be crazy to remake all three of those games.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
So BioWare tweeted a video that relates to an opening cutscene of the original Mass Effect as like a thing for some reason, and then they also teased in a Twitter post. They quoted a Mass Effect 2 thing with an image of the Normandy from Mass Effect 2. So it's like, are we going to get a teaser from the third one and then maybe some announcement or something?
Yeah.
It's possible. BioWare put the question to fans in November asking, like, what do you guys want? And people, of course, were saying that too. There's rumor that that they were going to actually do this a while ago, but they didn't want to make Andromeda look worse than it already did, because they didn't want to release the old games that were really good alongside the new one that wasn't as good.
Too late.
Yeah.
That was the idea of like. Well, I mean, it would have made it look even worse.
They were like, we want you to throw away Andromeda and forget about it. Act like it never happened.
Yeah, so we'll see what.
I think they'd rather that.
I think that'd be really cool to happen though, because
Throw it in the trash.
They should remaster that game too. No, the original Mass Effect was actually exclusive to the Xbox 360. I don't know if you guys know that.
I did not know that.
And then the second and third one, there's no way to play these on PS4. I don't think you can play. You might be able to play something through PS Now. On 360 or on Xbox One, you can do backwards compatibility to play these games. I think, or maybe it was just the first one. I don't know if they ever did the other two actually. I think it was just the first one. So there's not many ways to play this game on console. On PC, obviously, it's still there. So it'd be really cool for them to remaster it, because they look kind of rough now.
Yeah.
So
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
For sure.
They got the ugly.
Plus, that's a lot of content. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 in one bundle. That's 3
yeah.
RPGs.
And Mass Effect 3 is huge.
Yeah. That'd be awesome if they did that. They should do that.
Yeah.
Moving on. We have another thing. Nico, I'm going to need you to pull this one up, my guy.
My guy.
So we might have just gotten a first look at the PS5's UI.
Oh, word? I didn't see shit.
Let's see what we can take from this. So it's grain of salt, maybe a bag of salt. You know,
a bag of salt.
A little baggy.
You're a
little
merchant.
cocaine baggy.
Yo.
Little gram. No, you're like a merchant back in back in the olden days. You got a
brick.
bag of salt.
Wow, look, it's the same thing.
It looks eerily familiar.
So
Wow.
this is a screenshot
Innovation.
that was posted on. Hold on, let me pull up the actual article here for myself, and I do have it. I have it pulled up already. So this was posted on. This is posted on 4chan and then reposted on Reddit, and this is what we got. So the thing is, it looks very similar to the PS4 one from what we've seen. So from what we can see here, some differences. Obviously, you see how the options for what you want to do are directly underneath the game's block, and then obviously there's some other things in the background. If you look at the top left-hand corner, you see a software version. You see how much space is on the console. There's a terabyte on this thing. It says release check mode development. This could very well just be a stand-in UI, which is why it looks similar to the PS4's. Hopefully. But the interesting thing here, there's a couple interesting things, is what the hell is a TTE? And two, there's that
Two
second...
titties extended.
I was literally about to say the same.
It's the movie.
Forget the movie. Uncut.
But do you guys know what that logo is in the second block?
The nip tuck.
Other than the fact that it's an upside-down power logo. That's the logo for the Decima engine that Horizon and Death Stranding run on.
Oh.
So you never know. This could be from Guerrilla Games. This could be saying that something's coming from them. Actually, no. We pretty much know that something's going to come from them at the launch of the console, of the launch of PS5. We just don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
It could be Horizon, because it'll have been 3.5 years by the time the new console comes out.
Yeah.
It could be a Killzone game. It could be something different. That's really the more interesting thing here, is that because there's a grain of salt here with actually taking this for at face value, but the fact that we see the Decima engine there is really what makes it more interesting. Is it could be something completely.
Yeah.
That could be hinting at what a new game could be.
When it comes to the UI, though, I really hope they switch it up.
Yeah, definitely.
I moved from 360 to PS4 because friends, and PS4 is better when it comes to games and shit like that. But Xbox to me has always had a better UI. To me, people say it looks clustered, especially the Xbox One. People say it looks clustered and shit. I just like the way it looks, the amount of customization you can do. I think it looks good. I would rather have that than the simple.
I do like the thing about the Xbox One UI is there's multiple. It's actually they do the same thing that Windows does, which makes sense because it's the same philosophy. You can get to where you want to go a few different ways. There's multiple ways to get to the My Games and Apps app, which is where you look at your entire library, and there's multiple ways to get to the store, and there's multiple ways to get to but you can do it whichever way is more convenient for you. If you're already over in the Mixer tab on your screen, just go over to the right and you're right there. If you're in the middle of a game, instead of going out to the home and going over to the right, you just click the Xbox Guide button and the store button's right there. Yeah. And so there's a lot of ways to get around the system, and it is a little bit cluttered. I understand that for sure. But I think I do like the Xbox Ones. The PS4's is okay in my opinion. It does the job, but it could be a lot better.
It's like
I don't like the whole bar thing. I don't like scrolling over and then I got to go all the way to the right to click on my library, and then some of the settings aren't where they should be.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
they should give you the option to switch around the tabs where you want them to be. Do they do that? I don't think.
On Xbox?
Is it just recent?
PlayStation.
Oh, what do you mean tabs?
The
the boxes,
your home, your library, and could you move the library?
No,
it's just recency, right?
It's all just recency, and the library is always on the right side. Although I think you can click the trigger or the right bumper to just go all the way to the end.
Yeah, I think you can do that.
But I still think it could be better. This article does also mention that development kit UI is usually vastly different than the retail units. Because that's one of the things that doesn't need to be the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there doesn't need to be parity there until it actually comes out, and
so they have
as long as it's running on the same base operating system, of course, which is a Unix based operating system, or I think it might be Linux based specifically. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I really hope they just add a little bit more flair to this UI for sure. Because I don't know, I just don't like the simple look. It just reminds me of iPhone.
Yeah,
I think literally, if for some reason I feel like Switch does it better with that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Switch does it better in that, in my opinion.
Well, apparently that UI is ugly according to some.
According to some people, but yeah, I don't understand that. But yeah, no, I think Switch does that better. But I think I mean this was 2013. PlayStation didn't feel the need to overhaul their UI, so I think that's probably why they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Now they have the opportunity to because they're moving into a new console. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. We might be getting a PlayStation event next month. I'm actually gonna pull something up. I'm gonna throw you guys a curveball because I forgot to put this in here and it's not in the news.
PlayStation leak?
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Sure. That shit looks ugly as fuck. If it is, I hope it's not like that.
Well, there was a leak to the actual console.
To the actual look of the console.
It might be that.
Oh god, here we go.
So there was some concepts of like what. Yeah, then there's like a rough image that's very blurry for some reason. So it looks like that. Here, Nico, I'll give you a link, my guy.
Put it in
It
the
looks like
Discord.
Yeah.
It looks like I told them, I was like, it's like
There you go.
the Y from the YMCA, and it's
So
just blacked out with spray paint.
It goes it goes in both directions.
Yeah.
It's
So
that's the weird part when you look at it from this angle. When you look at it from that angle, that's weird.
Yo, show.
So
show,
that's the rough image that's blurry that we don't even know if that's real.
yeah, show
or not.
show the
those.
those.
That's where it looks weird.
I didn't see it laying down. Oh.
Oh man.
It's very similar to like the PS4's design with like some drastic changes in the shape there.
It looks broken.
It does look broken.
Looks.
That is so strange.
Yeah,
It looks like you gotta.
hope not.
I feel like this is like early concepts.
I hope
Go
not.
back to the other picture. Yeah, like that looks like you got a sandwich and you cut the crust off the top piece, but you left it on the bottom because you were too tired.
That's
to finish
true,
it.
man. That is weird.
I hope
I'm
not.
really hoping it's not like that because the Xbox looked dope to me.
Yeah, I think it looked dope.
So hopefully. They step it
Also,
up.
the other thing about the PS4 that bothers me is the fact that because it was definitely more interesting at launch because of the angle, but reaching behind to put cables in is such a pain in the ass. I hate it.
Facts, yo, because I be trying to like charge my phone.
So hopefully, whatever they do with this, they improve it.
I be trying to like charge my phone sometimes because I don't have my plug because I forget every fucking thing, and I be trying to go in the back and it's so fucking stupid. I have to reach through my fucking TV and shit. It's like I have to do limbo with my elbow and my shoulder just to plug some shit in.
Yeah, you don't know if you're plugging it into a vent or like.
Yeah. Because one thing Xbox did is when they came up with the Xbox One S, they made it so that everything after that was the ports were all in the same exact spot and they were flat against the back. Or even the original Xbox wasn't very different. It's just it had the Connect port and stuff like that back there. So, okay, that just, from a functional looks is one thing. We'll figure out what that looks like eventually. All I'm just saying is from a design perspective, I hope they fix the back of it because I don't want to be
I hope they fix
behind
everything.
the shit back there.
I'm really hoping that's not how it looks.
So that's what
the hell it looks, bro.
So that's also from I think 4chan. So
I really
grain
want,
of salt.
real quick. If that's how it looks, I really want to see what Darius.
Yo, since I'm like,
If
so
you- I swear.
I mean,
Sony is Sony, so
Sony, but box.
We get box.
No,
Did we tell you
I
about
don't.
that?
No.
Oh my god.
I don't hate it from this angle. It's here. Where
Yeah,
it really bothers
definitely.
me.
Yeah, definitely.
This is like
yeah, that corner sticking out was just ugly.
honestly, if that like finished there, then maybe it would look different. Like if it was like an arrow, like a big arrow, like this,
Oh, like
it would be
yeah, I
as
see,
weird.
yeah.
like a triangle, like that.
Yeah, like if
Like
it was
it's
just a
on both
bunch of
sides. Yeah.
like if this top part came out on top of this and like actually finished out the angle there,
Yeah, like if
then it
looked
wouldn't
like
be
that
as
on
weird.
Both sides, yeah.
But I
For
don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, no.
So we'll see. What was the story you're telling me?
Yeah, no. We were just,
we were just messing
making fun
around.
of.
I forget what. Why did we even start this again?
Oh, it's because
yeah.
Darius is complaining about not being able to use the controller on Forza
His PlayStation controller
on PC.
On the Windows Store
Yeah, the
games.
Windows Store games. Yeah, and I was telling Kenyatta about it, and he was the next morning when we were up all night, doing that, and I was telling him about it, and he sent me this stupid ass voice special that made Darius sound completely retarded, and he was just like, "But I mean, Sony is Sony, but box."
Like I mean, Sony, but box.
Oh no!
I have to show you the actual voice specials later, but
Yeah, for sure.
Stupid. Forget about box.
What, Nico? What is that? Read. The images come from Twitter user. Oh yeah.
Drunk cat.
That does not sound.
Oh, you're right. This isn't from 4chan. User Drunk Cat, who posted up real photos of PS5 dev kits back in November. Apparently, this design isn't the final PS5 shape, but an authentic concept mock-up made internally at Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Okay, throw it away.
Yeah, definitely throw that in the trash.
Like a
'cause
smug
you don't
sandwich.
need that. All right.
Thank you. All right. Last story on the window shopping today is that we might be getting a sequel to the Order 1886, and it might be coming to Xbox.
I forgot about that game.
Yeah, I never played it, but I remember seeing the
Nico,
trailer.
you played it, right?
And it looked
No,
dope.
I played it.
Okay.
It's on PlayStation.
How was it? It looked pretty cool when I saw the trailer.
It's actually pretty good. It had hate at the time for a few reasons because it got overhyped. It was short.
Oh yeah,
for a
that's what it was.
$60
Yeah,
game.
super short.
It got
Yeah,
delayed for a year because it was supposed to come out at launch with a PS4, but it came out a year later, and it's pretty good. It's got a really cool concept. I'll explain it actually in a second because it's got a good description in this article. So this is from DualShockers. Who wrote this article? Laddie Simcoe.
Addy, but Jones.
Wow. Really? This is from NeoGaf. Which is funny because nothing comes from NeoGaf anymore.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a long
ever
time.
since that place exploded.
What?
What?
Yeah, that place basically exploded. That website.
It did? Oh, okay.
Not like.
Oh, I thought
not like
I
the
thought you said
server
physically. I was like,
exploding.
Yeah.
Like it collapsed on itself, and now there's two websites. There's one called NeoGaf still exists, and there's one called Reset Era. They're both toxic. So,
all right.
but sometimes, occasionally, good things come from it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a heavily, I guess, a rumor comes from here saying that we might be getting a sequel to the Order 1886, and it might not be exclusive to PlayStation. The person who leaked this managed to correctly pinpoint early details about the PS4 Pro months before it had its official reveal in September of 2016. So there's some credibility there, I guess. Yeah.
Well,
so
how did it,
there's still some grain of salt stuff here.
How did it sell? Like, did it sell well?
I don't know, actually. That's
Because
the question.
if it didn't, I can kind of understand it going to both consoles so they can actually get the
Yeah.
money that they need.
Establish more of a player base.
Yeah, because if they made it exclusive and they didn't make a goddamn thing.
The interesting thing, though, is that the rumor is that it comes to both, but Ready at Dawn doesn't own the IP. Sony does. So it'd be interesting if it did. The game deserves a sequel, but we'll see if it actually happens. I'd be really happy if it does. So here's what it says in the article about the game. Just for a bit of backstory, the Order 1886 is a PS4 exclusive from Ready at Dawn, the team that was previously most known for their excellent PSP God of War titles such as God of War Chains of Olympus. And it says the Order 1886 is an alternative history game set in London. Players control Galahad, a skilled member of the Knights of the Order, in their quest to hunt down werewolves that combat the steampunk society. The game blended real-life historical figures in events with fictional takes on popular myths and legends. It was very cool aesthetic, very cool stuff going on there.
Yeah. Sure.
Some cool guns you can use in that game too.
All right.
All right, that's all. That's all the window shopping for today.
So thank you for coming in the store and not buying anything once again.
All
We
right.
appreciate your
ass bitch.
We don't got any trailers today, so
This shit is only $2.99, and you're coming in here taking all my shit with your eyes. I don't think so.
taking it with your eyes.
So we're going to move on to the tech news. We have one article in the tech news today,
Yes.
which is kind of minor, nothing super. It's not really related to gaming, but I figured I'd throw it out there. So Bose, which is the audio company,
Throwing his
a hi-fi company, as it were, is closing all of its retail stores in North America, Europe, Japan, and Australia. This is coming from Chris Welch at The Verge. The quote from the company says, given the dramatic shift to online shopping in specific markets, Bose plans to close its remaining 119 retail stores across North America, Europe, Japan, and Australia over the next several months. In other parts of the world, Bose stores will remain open, including approximately 130 stores located in Greater China and the United Arab Emirates, and additional stores in India, Southeast Asia, and South Korea. So it appears in other parts of the world, it's still relevant for them to keep it open.
Yeah, because I know like places with India and stuff, like they have a
lot of stink.
They have a big market in like store bought technology and stuff like that. So like I've heard that they have a lot of like local stores that sell smartphones and stuff like that.
That's
so
cool, man. Like it just sucks that a lot of stores are closing down for this reason. I just hate like even like back to like the Blockbuster days, even though their late fees was fucking trash. Going in like side and going to something that's specialized in something, and then you could just browse, look, grab whatever you want.
Yeah,
it was the whole experience, but now that experience is gone. Granted, though, when I walked into Bose, I didn't have experience. My pockets hurt. I was telling Ike about that because I was used to Skull Candy at the time, so I didn't know that headphones cost more than $20 fucking. So like I walked into Bose. They were like, yeah, you know, these are one of our best headphones. Pull out your music if you want. I'll give you a little chance to listen. I pulled out my little Kindle. I played Power by Kanye. I was like, man, it's about to be crazy. I was like, delicioso. And then she was like, yeah, you know, we can keep browsing. I was like, yeah, give me a sec. I looked down. I see the price. She was like $300. I was like, no. I was like, what the fuck? She was like, hey, we can walk over here. I was like, no, I think I'm going to walk outside.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is like at the mall near us, like you don't see really anyone in the Bose store much at all.
Yeah, it's like I was telling Hyde also. It's just like the Brookstone store that closed down also too, because people would actually be in there.
Yeah, to look at stuff.
Yeah, they don't buy anything.
Just like
I don't think I ever bought anything from there really.
Yeah, just
maybe
like all you
once.
Bitch ass subscribers that want to window shop and not buy anything. But it's like we go in there and you know you get on massage chairs, the beds with the air conditioning built in, the headphones, like everything looked ridiculous. I always wanted everything in there, but nobody has the fucking money for anything. Yeah, it's like a luxury store, and you can't really survive in this area. And
then on top of that, people that are going to Bose to buy stuff are in and out. They know what they want. They go, all right, I want that pair of headphones. Facts. Pop in the store, bought that.
Exactly.
They're out.
Yeah. And in that case, you might as well save the trip and just get it online.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really have much to offer.
It makes more sense nowadays because I think it's still very important to have these retail stores. Yeah. But it makes more sense nowadays to go to like Best Buy and try out the headphones from Bose and then go over and try the Sonys and then go over and try the Skull Candies and be like, yo, I want this one.
Yeah, because
you get more options there. Yep. People don't have money for all these different pairs of headphones sometimes, so you got to try different things and see what you can afford and what you want to go for. So Bose is always expensive. And then the other thing is like they have like the whole movie theater thing in there. Like there's like a home theater setup, but no one really does that anymore that way. They usually like look at things online or they'll go to Best Buy. They don't really go to the Bose store, you know. I want to read this real quickly too. This is another quote from the statement. It says, originally our retail stores gave people a way to experience, test, and talk to us about multi-component CD and DVD-based home entertainment systems, said Colette Burke, Vice President of Global Sales, Bose Corporation. At the time, it was a radical idea, but we focused on what our customers needed and where they needed it. And we're doing the same thing now. It's difficult because the decision impacts some of our amazing store teams who make us proud every day. They take care of every person who walks through our doors, whether that's helping with a problem, giving expert advice, or just letting someone take a break and listen to some great music. Yeah. Over the years, they've set the standard for customer service, and everyone at Bose is grateful. Bose will be offering outplacement assistance and severance to affected employees. Additional details, including the number of employees affected, will remain private.
That's cool that they're actually taking the time to help them out, because that's some bullshit.
Yeah, because if you're closing 119 stores over several months, so sometime this year, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. Right. I mean, think about it. Bose stores don't have huge staffs, so what's that? You could do some quick maths for me. That let's say a Bose store has about 6 to 8 employees. They don't have that many employees. They don't know because there's a manager or two, and then there's just a few employees.
Yeah, working there's probably like 2-3 people in the store at one time.
Yeah. So multiply that by 119. Do like 7. Do like 7 by 119. How many people are losing their jobs?
He was just like, calculator.
It's
Yes,
like 830.
yeah, 833. Yeah.
So just under 1,000 people, a little bit, yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of people, you know.
It's a handful of people.
But they taking care of them. It says. Hopefully Hopefully they follow through.
I
on
mean,
that.
hey, look, Bo's got the money. I'll tell you what.
I mean, yeah, nigga, what the fuck? $299 for some goddamn earbuds? What the fuck? Yeah.
One thing, just not to go on a tangent, but there's one product that I can't justify this from Bose is they have these
I think I know what you're trying to talk about.
the sleep like earbuds.
Oh, yeah, never mind. That's that other thing too.
Let me verify real quick, but I believe they're like $300.
Nigga,
I thought you were gonna mention the.
So they don't even like play music; they just for sleep.
Hold on.
No, they're like 150 or something.
No, I remember. Hold on.
No, they're not, dude.
I'm looking it up right
Isn't there,
now.
I think there's two of them. I think
Because I
there's.
remember I was looking at them.
Isn't there the one that you can play music through, and then there's one that's just built-in sounds?
Oh, is that it? Because that might be it.
I think that's what it is.
Because I remember seeing 300 for these, and I was like, oh, white.
Yeah, 300.
I thought you were gonna mention the personal speaker.
I mean, 300.
Oh, there's that too. Yeah.
Dropping $300
was-
does make me want to go to sleep. Shit made me pass out, nigga. Forget $300 for some noise cancellation.
Again, they're really good. They're justified.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
just mad.
They're
just
justified
saying.
in the technology. It's just that like, for the.
But if I'm going to sleep,
Oh yeah.
I don't think I could sleep right knowing that I've dropped 300 on some earmuffs.
Maybe like, wow, this feels really good, but my wallet's in pain.
So
Yeah, these are. This is what they look like, and they're just these like really low profile, bitch.
Now you gotta put these in the podcast now, right? You let everybody else see
Oh
them.
god, yeah. I'll put a picture. Yeah, this is what they basically look like, and yeah, they have like.
Honestly, if I could afford that, I would buy it.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I
lo-
would definitely buy them if I had the money.
Because like you could put earphones on when you're going to sleep right now, but you always run the risk of like the earbud coming off and like getting stuck in your ear or some crazy like that. So you got to be careful. And obviously you can't wear headphones to sleep unless you're a very still sleeper and you're just gonna stand there. You sit there the whole
yeah,
night.
I've tried sleeping with fucking earbuds in. That shit does not feel comfortable at all.
Not at all. No.
I think I've done it once and I hurt myself.
Yeah.
Nigga woke up with blood.
Oh, they discontinued it apparently.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is
Yeah.
discontinued. They don't make these anymore, apparently.
That's why they're 150. I just saw, probably. But I specifically remember seeing them come out and be like, "Oh, these are cool. How much? I know they're gonna be expensive.
I mean,
but how much?"
On the website here, it says $250. So,
Yeah. Okay. That might have been the price point actually. Yeah, $250. And they don't play music, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't.
They
play
just
music.
have loaded like sounds and stuff.
It's
They're
for,
for
like-
sleep.
Yeah, and there's even an alarm for waking up in there.
Yeah,
too.
stuff
Nigga,
like that.
I'll just tell Alexa to play something.
That's
what the
what-
fuck?
that's what I was saying.
Alexa is only like.
Hey man, I just
60?
open up my YouTube app, put on DJ Cutman,
Forget.
fall asleep. That's how I've been sleeping for the last few weeks, honestly.
Yeah, this nigga Trey put eye on.
Most of the time.
That's Mr. Cutman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trey showed it to me, and I've just been
This
listening to
nigga
him.
eye just spitting bars in his sleep.
Lo-fi bars. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on.
Alright.
We still got some more things to cover.
Yeah,
We-
go ahead.
Okay.
We're running low on the times.
The time.
So we got no pillow today, obviously, either. We kind of did a lot of discussion during...
I heard pillow.
Forget pillow.
He's like, yeah, we don't have a pillow.
We did a
either."
lot of discussion about, the Smash Bros stuff and the Star Fox stuff, and so we got plenty of discussion in here. We ain't nothing huge. So we got some delays. It's delay season.
Of course.
Delay
Of
season
course.
continues unabated. First up on our list today, Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed.
Yay.
Oh.
We were just talking about this too last week because we were like, oh, okay, now I got to decide between playing.
Did they delay in the same time slot as what were we talking about? Final Fantasy?
Seven remake.
Seven remake. Yeah.
So yeah, they were like within like a week of each other, and now now this is moving.
They were just like, come back here.
They heard you talking. They were like, "Oh, word. All right, we'll come out in like 10 years. All right, don't worry about it."
So yeah,
No, it gives me more time to play.
they moved from their April release date to September 17th, and I'll read the statement from
It's
them.
like when you're playing League and you don't want the matchup that you're in, so you lane swap with your mid laner, and then the other team swaps also.
Yeah. That's exactly what happens. It's like, no, you.
Exactly.
So it says, we have important news regarding Cyberpunk 2077's release date we'd like to share with you today. Cyberpunk 2077 won't make the April release window, and we're removing the launch date to September 17th, 2020. We are currently at a stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Night City is massive, full of stories, content, and places to visit, but due to the sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish playtesting, fixing, and polishing. We want Cyberpunk 2077 to be our crowning achievement for this generation, and postponing launch will give us the precious months we need to make the game perfect. Expect more regular updates on progress as we get closer to the new release date. We're looking forward to seeing you in Night City. Thank you for your ongoing support. Co-founder and head of studio both said
Well, it's good that they don't have to release the same week as Final Fantasy, so they're going to get more sales. And then it's good that they're taking their time rather than pulling an Anthem.
Because I mentioned last week, this is, like, if they did it, like, a lot of games kind of come out on the same time, and one might be bigger than the other, but they're also not the same audience. But these are similar audiences because they're both RPGs. Mm-hmm. One's an Eastern RPG, one's Western, but they're both RPGs. So if you're an RPG fan in general, you would have had to make a decision.
Yeah, and like Nico was saying, if you're a Final Fantasy VII fan, you're getting Final Fantasy VII.
If you're a real pussy gamer, you already know what's up.
You're a real puss boy.
The crazy thing to think about, though, is that we're in January. The game is complete and playable, they say.
Oh, yeah.
But they're going to spend from between now and probably around August when they start printing copies and it goes gold. Polishing. They're spending like 6 months, 8 months polishing.
Man.
The only thing is that because of that, I'm assuming that there's going to be more hype built up, and it might be too much hype. So hopefully,
that's concerning. People are already starting to overhype this game, but I'm trying to be like, yo, this game is gonna be good. It's a first-person shooter RPG in a cyberpunk world. That's all I need to know.
Real pussy game.
That's all I need to know. I know Keanu Reeves is coming. I know it's even better, but yeah, I'm still looking forward to this game quite a bit. And they said they want it to be their crowning achievement for this generation, and it still comes out this generation. That means they want it to be better than The Witcher 3. And The Witcher 3 is already a great game in a lot of ways. So that means this game better be.
And this does also push.
This game better be crazy.
This also does push it for closer to the new console release.
Yeah, probably around 2 months before they come out.
Yeah, so that might be nice.
But the cool thing is, I was saying, I don't know if I said it on the podcast. I was saying if they were gonna come out Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy 7, I was probably gonna play 7 at the time, and then wait for Cyberpunk when I get the new console. And play it on play it on my Xbox Series X or something like that.
No, you don't have to wait that long.
Yeah, now I only have to wait 2 months if I want to do that. Yeah. So we'll see.
Alright.
I'm looking forward to it. I feel like that's how I end every story. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I mean, you have to.
It's that we're blind. We're going backwards.
Can't look backwards to it. Exactly.
That's what you should say from now on.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Delay number 2. This one's not as significant. Marvel's Iron Man VR, which was announced during the first...
I just forgot was a thing.
Remember, that was announced during the first PlayStation State of Play stream that happened.
I don't even remember what that looks like.
That has also been delayed. It was supposed to come out on February 28th. Supposed to come out on February 28th, but has now been moved to May 15th, which unfortunately is closer to The Last of Us.
Well, if it comes out, hopefully it's good, because VR needs another boost in gaming to be
Yeah. So, the developer
Alex is coming.
The developer... That's true. Alex! That'll be out in March. Right? March, I think? Yeah. So,
forget Alex.
The developer for this game tweeted, "In order to deliver on our vision and meet the high expectations of our amazing community, we've made the difficult decision to move Marvel's Iron Man VR to May 15th, 2020 release. We truly appreciate your patience and understanding. You'll be hearing from us again soon." And then somebody replied, "Stop delaying everything."
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You want to crap your game? Here you go.
But everyone's been making a joke, by the way, that like everything's trying to get out of the way of Animal Crossing.
Yo, you were right.
I know. We started that joke.
This guy tweeted another that fears Tom Nook. Hey, at least Iron Man can live to see another day.
Y'all were really coming at high for boosting Animal Crossing, but he had a...
My bad, bro.
Facts.
I'm so sorry.
Be ashamed of yourselves.
Everyone's scared of Animal Crossing.
How can I make it up to you?
Buy Animal Crossing, I guess.
Facts. Support it.
That's
I
true.
don't know. But a lot of people were very excited about that game.
I'm gonna buy
No,
Animal
they're-
Crossing for Trey for his birthday.
No, everyone's gonna buy Animal Crossing. Don't you fucking dare. No, everyone's gonna buy Animal Crossing. They're gonna be like, "Wow, this game fucking sucks."
And it was like, wow.
Now I have to
chores.
now I have to wallow in this shit pile for like another month or two until a good game comes out.
With Animal Crossing, it's just like chores, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
What?
It's doing.
I don't want to
It's
come
a
in
cute
nobody,
little.
but,
It's a
like,
cute little like village simulator.
Thank you.
In a
To
way.
me,
Yeah, and
to
but
me,
people-
it's just
people-
like I take out the trash every day. I'll clean my room. I'll make my bed.
I think it's just the charm of it. That's
Yeah,
what, that's what
it's
makes
just
it.
a charm. It's like
I'm sure there's appeal.
like
I'm just-
Stardew
yeah,
Valley
just-
and
People
stuff
are like, "Oh,
Yeah,
it's
well,
a
it's
relaxing game." I'm
Stardew
like,
Valley
"Nigga,
is
do
like
the dishes
a-
in real life. You
That's
need
a
to do
farm
them."
simulator.
Well, yeah,
you own your own.
But it's
farm,
like
stuff
the
that.
same kind of
Yes, yeah.
feel. It's like it's a
Yeah, I
cutesy
mean,
game
yeah.
where you
There's
do
characters to meet. There's things
where
to
you do
do.
stuff.
Yeah.
There's always something out there with somebody.
Yeah.
At
Niggas
least in
like,
farming, at least in
Farming simulator,
Stardew,
shoot.
at least in Stardew Valley, you get to like farm shit, which can be fun.
Mhm.
But in this one, it's literally like
I mean, there's people out there that like
nigga fish for me. It's like
There's people out there that like girls that step on crickets and getting kicked in the nuts. I don't like any of that, and I don't see why it's possible. But people like it. Everybody's always gonna like something. Not to say that y'all are that weird, but you know.
That's true.
nah. If you like Animal
That's
Crossing,
the,
you're
that's
weird,
the
bro.
quote of the day. Everyone likes something.
I'm just thinking. So
that's
in
strange.
March now, in March I'm playing. In March I'm playing Doom Eternal. In April I'm playing Final Fantasy VII. In May I'm playing The Last of Us Part 2. And
In April, I'm also playing Resident Evil 3
that's true. It's true. I might be doing that. We'll see.
until they delay it.
Because I think right now I'm just trying to platinum Death Stranding. Next month I'll do something else. Maybe I'll get back to Control finally.
I wanted to play that because I saw clips at the Game Awards. I was like, this actually looks dope.
Yeah, I think like the point after the like because I did the first like little secure point thing, and right after some pretty cool shit happened. I'm like, wow, I really stopped before this game got good.
Secure point. You're insecure.
I mean, if you just did the first secure point, yeah, you're not very far in the game at all, are you?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you
Because I think I've done a few of them now. By the time I stopped, but I got to go back and I gotta get my mind back into that game because there's so much going on. I was just trying to think is there what's coming out in June? Do we know? Is there anything significant coming out in June, July?
I feel like there's something, but I forget what it is.
Yeah.
The sun.
Oh well, I mean, the new
True though.
first DLC for Pokemon.
That's true.
Oh,
Pokemon's trash.
Oh, and then of course there's just E3.
Yeah,
Did we talk about the fact that
E3.
Sony was skipping E3?
The fact
Yeah,
that
we
E3
did
is
last
week,
E3 is just gonna be two tumbleweeds across the stage now that everybody's gone.
I know.
It's just gonna be Microsoft. That's it. Microsoft and Ubisoft. Basically.
Micro
Yeah,
Shaft.
I'm telling you, like
All the
the
softs.
month before E3, Microsoft is gonna pull out. They're like, I don't want to
Huh?
nut inside.
Are you okay?
What's coming up?
I found a hell of an article. It
Say-
says the release dates for everything this year that we know.
It's
so
called
far.
Your Favorite Game
And
Sucks.
they update
Wow.
this.
Oh, all right, save that shit.
So,
Is that games right now?
There's literally nothing in June, dude. Elder
Alright.
Scrolls Online.
I'm sure there will be, we just don't know yet.
PS4 and Xbox One. Grifflands on PC, June to be
Griffball.
to be determined. Pokemon Sword and Shield, Isle of Armor expansion and Switch.
So,
that's it.
unfortunately, another game that I could have played this spring has also been delayed. So now we're moving on to delay number 3, and that is Dying Light 2.
Oh, that sucks.
Yikes.
Dying
Nah, you
Light
suck.
was a great game. It's like underrated game of this generation for sure.
Facts. It
Nah, it
was.
sucks.
That game was fun as shit.
Um,
you
That
suck.
sucks.
Nigga, your name is Straw.
And the second
Man,
one
Pacifier
looks like it
God.
was just going
You
to be
suck.
better.
That's not true.
It's big facts.
It's just going to be like a better version of what we already had.
Yeah.
Yo, Dying
It was
Light.
originally slated for spring of this year sometime, but now it has been pushed to an undisclosed time, so we have no idea when it's coming out.
No. It's coming out tomorrow.
Well, we have some idea. It still appears it's going to be this year. But here, let me just read the statement from the developers from Techland. Here, the statement says, "To our dedicated community, it was a busy year for us as we continued working on our biggest project to date. We know you are awaiting the game eagerly, and we want to deliver exactly what we promised. We were initially aiming for spring 2020 release with Dying Light 2, but unfortunately we need more development time to fulfill our vision. We will have more details to share in the coming months, and we will get back to you as soon as we have more information. We apologize for this unwelcome news. Our priority is to deliver an experience that lives up to our own high standards and to the expectations of you, our fans. Please stay tuned, and thank you for our fans around the world for your continued support, patience, and understanding. Signed, the CEO.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Dying Light was like, it was dope as hell, bro. And when it came out, I remember seeing the trailer for it. I was like, this shit looks ridiculous.
This one, I'm actually happy got delayed in some ways because there's a lot of stuff coming out in there was a lot of stuff coming out in the spring, and it's all being pushed. And I don't know if I would have found time for Dying Light 2. Because, like, I already know I'm going to play Doom when that comes out.
You already know what Addy's about to say. It's like, you weren't going to play it anyway. You already backlogged on 50 games. Finish Kingdom Hearts.
I was about to say, tell me he's wrong.
Yo.
Hey, turn my headphones up. I want to hear him.
Nigga over here just...
Listen, man.
Yeah.
We moving out here.
I'm like,
We just moving out here.
no, only one moving is Wesley.
Sheep. All right, let's just... all I was saying is that, yeah, I already said, like, I'm playing Doom in March. I'm playing Final Fantasy 7 in April. And I'm playing Last of Us Part 2 in May. I didn't have time for Dying Light 2.
I believe in you.
So, I hope it comes out in the summer.
You don't play games,
That'd
do
be a
you,
good time.
Squidward?
Cheap. For you don't play games.
This nigga Trey's face. Can you zoom up on his face? Yeah, just like that.
Ew.
Looking stupid.
Looking just like that.
Just like that.
When I bust, you bust.
Ew. Why are we synchronized? No.
Exactly. Who are you talking to?
When I bust, you
That was a
bust.
lot of discussion for the news blast.
Yo.
All right.
All right.
Metro Redux is coming to the Nintendo Switch on February 28th.
Nice.
This remastered collection, which has been on the 8th gen console since 2014, includes Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, the first two games in the series, on a Nintendo console for the first time ever. And the game will supposedly run at 720/30 in portable mode and 1080 up to 1080p while docked.
Oh.
Not too surprising, I guess.
That's fine. I mean,
Word.
yeah. What'd you expect?
So that's cool. If you're a fan of the Metro series or you wanted to try it out and you want to play it on the go, you can play it on your Switch.
You okay?
I had no hiccups.
Yo, this nigga got punched in the
Exactly.
fucking trachea.
By hiccups, man.
And we got how many more things? A few more. All right. Video game company 3D Realms has announced Kingpin Reloaded, a remaster of the 1999 classic PC shooter, Kingpin Life of Crime. So this is a really old game. I was looking at it. It's strange. It's definitely old.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. Or heard.
It was only on PC. It's being co-published by 3D Realms and Interplay, and the official description of the game reads, quote, in a stylized noir Art Deco gangland that never was. The Kingpin rules above all else with a bloody fist. When his lieutenant Nicky Blanco leaves a no-name thug battered and broken, the upstart criminal rises from a puddle of blood, lead pipe in hand and revenge in mind.
It's like
gonna get you.
These characters are like from
You're gonna get God.
These characters are from like Animal Crossing, where they don't actually say stuff. They just say like gang.
Yo, forget that just being the noise.
Exactly, and there's text boxes.
It's like gang.
Gang.
Just grunting sounds.
Gang.
Gang.
Apparently this game had a lot of controversy when it first came out.
Oh,
This is like during the time where like lawmakers were coming after games for causing violence in the world. Yeah. Even though that's not true. So yeah, it had a lot of controversy. There's a lot of profanity even in this trailer. This is the remaster, by the way. That's how it looks.
Oh, cheap.
This is the remaster?
That's what I'm saying. Bro, it looks strange.
It's even worse without the fucking sound. Nigga, forget.
Nigga look like Kenyatta's neck.
Nigga look like your neck. The fuck?
Huh?
You.
Yo.
You seen that one nigga just sitting down in a chair? Yo, he looked like he was built
Put that in the Discord. I have to show that. I have to
forget.
Yo.
It's coming out later this year.
Oh my god.
No, like his name was Pooba Stank.
So that game is a strange
You
one.
went from Boobas Batch to fucking Pubis Stank.
I was
Oh,
not.
the speed run's only over 30 minutes.
I was not
Moving on now.
ready for that.
Dragon Quest: Your Story,
Called pixelated.
a CGI animated movie in the Dragon Quest universe, which came out in Japan last year, is coming to Netflix in the West on February 13th. This is coming from Michael McWhorter at Polygon.
I thought that already.
Michael McOlder.
I thought I saw that on like Netflix
Better than
already.
Mickey McYounger.
but maybe I'm bugging.
The movie is based on the story of Dragon Quest V: Hand of the Heavenly Bride,
I know,
which
right?
was released for the Super Famicom.
The Super Camicom.
The Super Famicom in 1992, which I'm assuming that means that never came to the West either.
Super
And
Famicom.
it released in theaters
All
in
they did was
Japan
come.
last August, but it performed
The Super,
and it performed
came in your mouth.
modestly. So,
I'm sorry, Hyde. Would you like to say that again?
yes. It came out in Japan in theaters last August and performed modestly
Why?
at the box office. So,
What's the problem?
That's my mother.
there might be some promise there.
They're the one that made the console that.
It's very much like a CG look instead of like a anime look,
Yeah,
which is
good.
what the game is generally about or generally
Yeah.
like. So it's something. If you're a Dragon Quest fan, we want to check that out next month. We got two more things.
Okay.
Studio head of Quantic Dream, David Cage, has shared that there's some surprises coming this year from the studio. So his tweet reads, once I pull it up, his tweet read, "Okay, I'm late, but I wanted to say Happy New Year. I wish you the best for 2020. 2019 has been an amazing year for the studio. 2020 should be even more exciting. We have a lot of surprises to come for our fans, so stay tuned. And in 2020, more than ever, be deviant." I think it's a reference to the game, I guess.
Yeah. It is.
So, what could this be? We don't know. Maybe Detroit Become Human and other games comes to Xbox. That's one thing. Because I'm on PC now, as we mentioned earlier. Maybe a new game gets teased. I don't know.
What did y'all think of Detroit Become Human?
I thought it was pretty good.
For me,
It was alright.
I didn't. Finish
I really liked it.
I couldn't really finish it, to be honest.
I didn't play it. I watched it, so that was that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It was a meh for me.
Yeah, I mean, David Cage's studio is definitely a controversial one. Beyond Two Souls had a lot of
Hate.
Beyond two movies.
yeah, Beyond Two Souls was a controversial one. Heavy Rain is a pretty generally loved one.
Am I the origami killer?
Am I
just
folding?
folding these niggas left and right?
I love that. That's my
Oh,
favorite
man.
Yeah, that's the best quote you ever said in your life. Yeah, I swear.
thing. I know.
Oh God. So yeah, we might be seeing something new this year. Let's keep an eye out. And the last thing I want to go over real quickly is Xbox stuff. So Xbox console streaming is now available to all Xbox Insider members. So what this means is that if you join the Insider program, which lets you get like early access to updates and features and stuff like that, they've had it for a while now on Xbox. You'll be able to stream games from your console to your Android phone or tablet anywhere you are.
Oh.
So they've been able to do this in some capacity. You've been able to do it to your
Yeah.
PC for a long time through the Xbox app on Windows 10. You've been able to do it on your phone in your network as well. But now you're able to do it outside your network. And this is separate from xCloud, which is a streaming service that
really?
doesn't require
Okay.
an Xbox,
So this
obviously.
is like remote play, but just without Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's remote play for just out anywhere. Steam's been doing it for a little while now. Actually, you've been able to play Steam games on your phone from being outside your network.
How does it run though?
I mean, it depends on your network, really. Steam runs fairly well, I think, like what you'd expect.
Yeah.
This has always run fairly well on when I'm using it on PC. I haven't really tried it on mobile. Again, so it depends on how well your internet is. You should be hooked up to Ethernet, otherwise you're not going to have a good time, especially if you have one of the original Xbox ones.
Facts.
And so I mean, like now you can do this, and this is free. I think this is a feature that's going to be free to everybody, unlike xCloud, which is something you're obviously going to have to pay for when it comes out,
That's pretty
because
good.
that's using their servers out in the world to do
That's
that.
cool.
This is basically This is what they actually mentioned this when they announced xCloud. People were a little bit confused about it. This is what this is. You're streaming. You're using your Xbox as your server for streaming.
Yeah.
So if maybe, I don't know, you going on a train to the next town over, you playing on the train on your Xbox from your phone. Right now it's only on Android. It'll come to iOS eventually.
iPhone.
And also this is xCloud in general is being beta tested on Android as well. So if you have that, that's cool too. I have access to that.
Yeah, y'all niggas on iPhone.
I played that a little bit when I was in when I was away for New Year's. I played some Bloodstained Ritual of the Night on my phone.
How was it?
It was alright. It was good for a little while, and then it started lagging.
They exploded.
But I was on the hotel Wi-Fi. We didn't pay for any better connection, so it was like,
yeah, could have been just the connection.
But it was cool. Like the fact that I could do that was really cool.
Alrighty, boys.
That is all the news for this week.
That's going to be it for episode 14 of the Market Podcast. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And remember to give us a like on the video.
Oh, my goodness.
Treat me nice. Treat me nice. Yo.
Hey, Philip DeFranco's back, by the way.
Yeah, give us a like on the video if you enjoyed yourself. And comment. We want to hear y'all's opinion on today's topic. Subscribe if you want to see more. And don't forget, if some of you boys are sitting there wishing you could listen to the show while you're doing your homework or whatever y'all get into, look no further. We're on a number of podcast platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, etc. We're on everything. And if we're not, reach out to us. All links are in the description below. Same goes for you audio listeners. If you want to see anything from the video side, hop over to the YouTube at Black Market Gaming. And that's going to be it.
Yeah.
I remember, if you ain't watching us on YouTube, I'm going to replace the milk in your fridge with melted foam.
Bye.
See you later.
Come out
See you next week.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.